Hey, what's up guys? It's Ethan. Welcome to another week on Paper Boys. This week we are talking all about dealing with being misgendered. I feel like this week it would be really easy to focus on the negatives and the emotional toil and the mental drain and all these kind of things that being misgendered takes out of you, which was my plan. My plan was to actually talk about that because I'm struggling with a few things at university, particularly where I am repeatedly misgendered. But this is all completely gone out the window because instead what I want to do is I want to share with you a wee story from a couple of days ago when I was in hospital, and actually I had a very validating experience dealing with misgendering, which seems really backwards, I know, but bear with me. So I have been having ongoing investigations because I have some form of issue with my gut, which now everybody's pretty convinced is irritable bowel syndrome, which remarkably is what I went to the doctor and said, doctor, I think I have IBS, can we do something? And basically that all started just over 2 years ago when I first went to my general practitioner about it. At that point in time, I had not come out as transgender. I was living and identifying fully as female under my birth name. That was all fine. Since then, obviously, I have come out as transgender and changed my name and updated all my details. For the most part, I have updated it all with the NHS. But what I have not done is updated whatever the wee record number is, like the personal identifier that says it's patient me, that is still my original one, because if I change that to a male identifying one, I will not get the regular reminders and invitations for typical female tests such as a cervical smear, which, as much and all as I hate going for them, I do feel like I should. So I have not updated that, which means my health records still have me as female, and so it gets a bit confusing. Over the course of the past 9-10 months, I've had a couple of appointments and procedures to investigate my gut, basically. And this weekend I had a follow-up consultation with a doctor about it, and he was just catching up on my case history because I hadn't seen him before, and he looked, and one of the first things he said to me was, I don't normally have to deal with this in my clinic, and I'm sorry to have to ask, but have you previously been known under a different gender? And I was like, yes, I came out last summer as transgender, I fully identify as male, and I have updated my name, etc. And he's like, that's fine, it's just I can see here there are a mismatch of information. So it turns out when I had a procedure in May or June of this year, I think it was, they'd actually put a note at the bottom of the file that they updated onto my records that says, so this patient was referred under birth name, but she appears to have presented as Ethan James. Can we understand what the situation is so that we can refer to the patient correctly when we're talking with or about the patient? So the doctor just kind of just showed that and said to me, so I would just like to make sure that we're referring to you correctly. Are you okay with me putting a note on the system that you're undergoing gender reassignment and identify as male? And I'm like, yes, that is absolutely fine. That's that's really nice. Thank you for actually taking the time to check. And he looked back because the last time I saw a consultant for it was in January, where I'd already been out as transgender for about 7 months, presenting as Ethan, and I saw the notes on the screen and they talked about Ethan but just used female pronouns, which is very unfortunate. So yeah, that's my wee story of how actually, let's face it, misgendering is awful and it really can take a lot out of you, and it does. And actually quite recently, for a couple of weeks, it really had been taking a lot out of me, but that has honestly just lifted me so much. I feel very respected in my identity. That the doctor has taken the time to look back on my case history and actually just take 2 minutes out of the consultation to raise the issue with me and understand and add a note on. So as far as I'm aware going forward, at least dealing with this medical issue, there should be no further slip-ups. So yeah, I just thought instead of focusing on the fact misgendering sucks and is really bad, that I would share that wee story with you, because it's really made me feel quite, I don't know, just quite appreciative. So thank you for watching. I hope it's maybe cheered you up if you're also thinking that the world is doom and gloom and people misgender you and it's really crap. Because it is, but sometimes you get someone who does respect you, and that genuinely makes the world of difference. So, give us a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you next week. Bye.